Tom.
And I'm Molly.
Welcome to Friends at Gameology, hosted by MoonlightCrew.com.
Reviews or previews for science.
In 7 minutes or less. Previews because we're doing a Kickstarter preview of Venom Assault. Venom Assault is basically a G.I. Joe themed cooperative deck builder in which you are fighting Venom leaders, and we got Venom leaders here. You're fighting them with your troops and support and vehicles, and you have variable missions. There's several missions that come in here, and they will tell you what your time frame is and when you have to win by and what your objectives are. Do you need to get a bunch of DNA? Do you need to get a bunch of cubes? Do you just have to kill all the Venom leaders and vanquish them? And that's basically, in a quick nutshell, the game. Simplicity versus complexity.
I think this game is pretty simple. It works very similarly to your other deck building games. Obviously, there's just one communal deck that everyone can choose from, and you buy a card, maybe 2 on your turn, and it refills at the end. And then you draw 5. It's the whole shuffle thing. The combat system is a little different than others that I've seen, but it's pretty cool. They have numbers here, and you move this. This is 2-4, so 2-4 there. And then other things can modify it, which we'll probably talk about. These support cards will modify depending on the number of support cards they have come out, which may make it harder, but then your cards modify it to make it easier. So it's a little bit, that's a little bit different than what we've seen, but it's still very doable. So it's not a complex game. That's just something you need to read up about to figure out how to do it.
Yeah, the rulebook is done well out of the box. You're going to be able to play this game, especially so if you're familiar with deck builders and cooperative deck builders.
Yeah.
Luck versus strategy.
I think this game has a lot of luck. It's a deck builder, and you're rolling dice for the combat. But it also has a lot of strategy because you're able to, since it's cooperative, you're able to work together and get people. Like he likes to do a lot of tanks, and so okay, well he focuses on the tanks.
Vehicles.
I'll do the snipers, and I'll work on that aspect because they help each other. Or I'm good in the Arctic, so I'll get Arctic cards and only attack in the Arctic because there are 4 different areas. And zones, and so I think you can mitigate your luck by adding these cards, which help you with dice, which help you with their support cards, which help you, make it easier for you.
So this game has a lot of luck in what comes off the top of the Venom support deck. You pull a card and it says their health raises or their defense raises, and so now instead of you used to only need to roll 3 3s, now you need to roll 4 5s. That's a lot harder than it used to be, and so at any given time, these can go up by quite a bit, and the Venom leaders can bring out 4 or 5 of these cards sometimes, and you don't know what they're going to be. However, the strategy is to mitigate that luck and attack with a finely tuned deck, and sometimes that's going to require a lot of communication between the people at the table. You say, I'm working, like Molly said, in the Arctic, or I'm going to be really good with vehicles, or I'm going to have, if you leave me all of the soldiers, I'll be able to just, when I get General Steel, I'll be able to really just crash into the enemy here. So there's a lot of luck, but the strategy is solid. Fun versus boring. This is what you came for. You want to know, Tom, Molly, is this game fun? Yes, this game is fun. It has the nostalgia factor of G.I. Joe. I feel like I'm playing in the cartoon universe. The combat system is unique and enjoyable. It is rolling dice, but basically when the Venom leader says it needs 2 hearts and 4 shields, that's saying it has 2 health, 4 defense. Of all the dice I roll, 2 of them have to be 4s or higher. So I roll, and I got a 1, 2, 3, and a 4, so I failed. Had I succeeded, I would have beat that Venom commander, or that Venom leader, and I would have gotten the reward underneath it. And these can be game changing, and oftentimes those rewards are what you need to complete the scenario. It's cooperative, and it helps a lot in that you're working together, you're cooperating, and you really feel at the end, if you win or lose, that it's a team thing the entire time.
Yeah, I think this game is pretty fun. I really like cooperatives and deck builders. I like the combat system. It's so unique. I mean, Tom's already talked about it, but I just really like that because it takes dice and makes it okay. It's not you're both rolling dice and it's just chance based. It's no, I need to get a certain number, so I'm strategically going to go after a certain person because I've geared my deck to be able to beat that type of person, right? So it's a very, very strategic. And one thing I like is that there are multiple missions, which I think Tom mentioned earlier, and so I like that it's going to be different, right? And the order these come out is going to be different, even in the
How
same
many
mission.
come out, yeah.
Right, and so I like that it's going to be different every time. So the replayability is really great because we played it multiple times and no game has been the same.
True.
And it's playable. The variable count number it's playable at 2, it's playable 3 and 4, right? So all of them works, and it's fun. So I enjoy it. I like deck builders and co-op. So this is definitely my type of game. Yeah.
I should say that the components will be different.
Yeah.
Some of these don't have art, some of them do, but the components will be different because this is a prototype, so don't trust anything you see. It could be changed in production. Instead, trust the Kickstarter page and just keep watch on that to see what this will come out to look like.
These are very nice components, so I can only imagine that the actual game is going to be even better. So they put a lot of work into this, so it's going to be even better. So we're friends at Gameology, and every time we hit multiples of 500 subscribers on YouTube, we give away a free glitter painting of your favorite geek-related thing. Superheroes, games, whatever that may be. And so make sure to subscribe now on YouTube.
Because it could be you who wins.
Venom Assault. We've presented the evidence.
You be the judge.